This is our second Beat Compete.
Okay.
This is Matthew Chadwick, okay, drummer extraordinaire, mixer, producer. He's been doing it a long. How long have you been doing this for?
Drums, it's been almost 18 years. Recording, probably 10.
Okay.
I'd say 10, yeah.
So, as I talked to him about the specifics of the assignment, I did say that this was your guys' second, what we might consider a full song, and then I asked him what his second full song sounded like when he was first producing. Do you even remember what it was?
Yeah, I think I was messing around inside a GarageBand and just playing with some very simple beats and stuff, but from there I had a background in drums already too, so I had a bit of a leg up.
Well, what constituted a full song to you?
2.5 minutes, having a verse and a chorus, maybe back and forth twice, and a bridge in the middle. That's a pretty simple structure. Generally, it's your standard structure. Having a little bit of, movement throughout the song to carry your listeners so they don't get lost or bored. I wasn't thinking about that stuff back then, though. I was literally just thinking, how can I make something sound interesting?
And I think also, we all have teachers, so, perhaps at the time there wasn't somebody also listening to your work.
Right.
I mean, personally, I think it's a really great thing to have other ears who, Matt has he doesn't know any of you,
no.
Right? So he's not listening for, maybe somebody's doing this or somebody's doing that, and I'm listening specifically for what that person is doing because I like them or I don't like them or whatever. It's not about that. This is completely objective,
right?
And that's a good thing. For somebody to not know anything about you to listen to your music, because that's generally how it is, right? They don't know anything about you, and
absolutely
maybe they hear it.
That's actually the best way to listen to a piece of music, honestly.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna get into these, and we're gonna listen to them, and let you know what we think at the end.
Sweet. Shit.
Dude, here's what I can tell you right now. Even just listening to these ones,
yeah,
the improvement from the last ones is like double. It's like everybody
That's
improved
crazy.
Significantly.
If you sat someone in front of a DAW,
yeah,
and you go make something,
right?
How many people do you think will be able to go, yeah, I know what I'm doing?
I don't think a lot. So
no.
Is that a real trumpet?
I can tell you that.
Harmony. Nice harmonization.
Yeah. You had to think about that. That's the cool part about that. They probably hunted that out on the keyboard to make sure that they hit
definitely. It. Man, I'm still doing that.
Say, oh, dude, who doesn't? Come on. Or if you know it's a competition, you gotta put everything out there that you've got.
Yeah.
And honestly, the more uncomfortable you feel about doing it, the more you should do it.
Yes.
With music.
Totally.
Not everything in life.
No.
But with that in particular, you should definitely... Because you... Hang on. Dude, I'm actually really impressed so far with all of this, to be honest. Everyone is actually pretty solid. I mean, look at my numbers.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
It is.
It's not
music
easy.
Music is hard. Music is hard.
That's why most of your pop stars don't write anything.
Yeah.
This is good knowledge of harmony. Good rhythm choice too. Things about building music like this that is really difficult to grasp is that it's more about what you take away than what it is of what you add. It's the same thing with mixing and EQing.
Right.
EQing is more about what you cut away than what you build into it. It's a whole nother discussion.
No, totally, dude.
But really with music, it's how much you don't put in. Got 2 more beats. Got 2 more. Clearly thought out space. It's good.
Nice.
Good.
Came in a good time.
Could have even left 1 more measure and come in after that too.
Playing Minecraft with my herd of cows, watching my back. I wanna play.
good. And he's singing to it. And he sang on key to it. I feel you on that, bud.
This is the real deal, bro. Experience the challenge of endless adventure.
Without saves. Pulling on my rhythm heartstrings. That's really good.
I'm still craving lyrics. I'm
Yep.
still craving.
But was it something that you didn't require?
I didn't require it.
Such a good snare choice.
Final thoughts and winner. Chicken dinner.
Man, this is hard. There's a lot of contrasting styles between some of the pieces and that we've weeded out through everything and really decided on. I gotta go with Elias though. I think as the winner, just because there's a lot of complexity built into those measures. Every single measure's got several different chords that you've got to choose that have to harmonize with each other, or something's not going to sound right. It's faster paced, and yet I can keep up with it. I don't get lost. I don't get confused. I don't have this anxious feeling of like, oh my god, I can't listen to this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it also has some nostalgia factor for me because it fits into some of the games that you and I grew up with.
Yeah.
But that's not the main reason why I picked it. It's literally very complex, and the structure behind it is great. Some of the other some of the other pieces that we picked were awesome. Can I say some of the other names?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so like Taylor, what a great piece. Like to focus in on something that's modern, that's something that you probably really enjoy, like Minecraft, and you decided to actually pick lyrics to write with it and actually sung along with what you've built and give me some emotion behind it is incredible. You were so close there with Elias. It was a really tough choice to pick between the two of you, and then Ethan and Ulysses were also right there, right behind. I just feel like Elias's complexity was just a little bit further elevated than everyone else's. I'm sorry, I'm staring at all my notes instead of the camera or at you. But yeah, I think out of everything, I think Elias ends up pulling ahead just a little bit. But you were all like I wasn't expecting everything to be as good as it was. No offense, but there's a lot of potential and a lot of talent there that could be harnessed. Yeah. So with that being said, there were a few things that I did hear that I didn't hear that I wish I would have been able to, but that comes with nuance, and that comes with a lot of hours of staring at your computer screen and a lot of what they call ear fatigue. 6 hours nonstop with headphones in your ears, listening to your track over and over and over again, trying to figure out where things belong. Vocals can always be higher. So with the people that decided to pick the opportunity to add in lyrics or add in singing, that's got to be the forefront. If you're going to put lyrics and you're going to put your voice up front, it's got to be up in front, and it's got to be louder than everything else.
But a lot of these songs had something that you was still desiring from it, and I think that thing was the vocal melody.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say, like alongside of that, like a lot of these threes could be turned into fours had these songs had some sort of lyrical content, whether it be singing, rapping, or spoken word even.
Sure.
Would have been great over some of it.
Yeah.
I could have seen some of these getting elevated up to a 4 and competing with some of the top contenders for sure. But it was just missing that extra little piece. Other mixing qualities, obviously, you'll learn that over time. Compression with some of the pieces, especially drums, is a big deal. I don't think the DAW you're using allows you to stereo spread things out.
But it does allow you to pan.
But it does allow you to pan, and panning is a big deal. But honestly, panning takes, I would say, 40 to 50 hours of learning to know where those things belong,
Sure.
because it's a very difficult and very nuanced thing.
Like they say that you should mix in mono and then start to spread things
Yeah.
out.
I was really blown away. A lot of this stuff is really good. Way better than what I came up with when I first started messing around with some of the stuff on my machine. So,
And I think, a major part of that is the technology that we use. It
true.
makes it easier to create music, which I think that should tell us is that because it's easier, we should come up with a better product. Right?
Yeah, okay,
Ultimately,
that's-
at the
yeah.
end of the day, is that
Definitely.
now that we can get so much further without having to go through that crazy work just to get our computer to work for us.
Yeah.
Right? That what we should be able to create should be better than what we were able to create when we were younger.
I mean, we're literally sitting at a recording interface right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're listening to all of your music through, is two actual monitors that I use to mix and master stuff, and through my actual recording interface that's got 16 inputs. That's how small this stuff has got. This is literally a studio we are listening stuff through.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So the product should be good.
We both really enjoyed listening to these songs.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I appreciate. This stuff isn't easy. It's scary to give somebody else your 2 minutes of art, right? Because that's what this is when it comes down to it. It's literally something that came from you, that you feel is a product of what you're trying to represent. Like I said, push your boundaries. Start listening to stuff that you wouldn't even think about. You might be surprised in what you
I
end up
kind of
liking.
force them to do that anyway
Yeah.
with our daily listening assignment.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the most random stuff.
Cool. All right. Keep on working hard. Keep on doing it. Peace.